Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, this time reviewing on issue 1 of Power Rangers Boom Studio, issue number 1. Now, as you know, Boom Studio are known for doing their own take on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which is meant to follow a little bit to the early seasons of Mighty Morphin, but taking some of their own original ideas and doing their own original series, which is meant to feature Omega Rangers, evil version of Tommy, having both the Green and White Ranger, with the Green Ranger being a totally different character, and some of their own original storylines. Now, I know, Boom Studio also had one of their stories with Lord Dragon being adapted for the Power Rangers Shattered Grid game, so Manny picked this off eBay a few months ago, and let's get on with the story. The story mainly starts off with Jason, Zach, and Trini training, and we see how they're trying to hone in their skills. And keep in mind, in this continuity, instead of being at the World Peace Conference, this was mostly a cover-up in this continuity. And here, Trini, Jason, and Zach are meant to be the sort of Omega Rangers. And we see them training, saying, "We're trying, Exa, we're trying. But someone is way too fast for her own good. See, that's your guy's problem. Strength and speed doesn't matter here. All that does is perfection." And we see how, they're kind of dealing with some Universal Destroyers. And we kind of see how they're going to be making their way back to Earth. And of course, much like in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, we see how basically Adam, Irisha, as well as Rocky have taken over. And of course, in this continuity, Rocky isn't like some second-rate Jason, but instead kind of like Davis from Season 2 of Digimon. And we see how, the originals meet the sort of old, new generation, and we kind of see how, that they're pretty much back to kind of warn them about these Universal Destroyers, and they mainly say, it's called an Ethel. We don't know exactly how powerful it is, but we watched it as it massacred an entire planet, with a population close to 12 million. And we do kind of see how, the team are wondering what they're going to do. And we see how Trini and the others ask for help. And we kind of see how they don't even know what this threat is, but they point out that they need some extra help. And we even see how, they even want to try and talk with Lord Dragon about it and try to get his help. But we see how Zordon is openly against bringing back Lord Dragon, despite everything that he did. And we kind of see how both Jason as well as Trini want to see him. And we see how the Omega Rangers talk with Lord Dragon. And keep in mind, Lord Dragon is an evil version of Tommy from a parallel universe, who mainly became evil and took over his universe. And we see how he points out that he knows what they are, and that if they let him out, he can be of great access for them. But we kind of see how Tommy points out that it's a bad idea, and they can't risk bringing him back out after everything that he's done. Now, keep in mind that in this continuity, Tommy was originally the Green Ranger, but instead became the White Ranger, and someone else has become the Green Ranger now. And we do kind of see how, after Tommy's warnings, we kind of see how Zach and Nat try to talk with Zordon, and points out that it's basically out of the question. They need to keep Lord Dragon safe, and that they'll basically deal with the threat their own way. But we kind of see how Jason, Trini, and Zach have mixed feelings about this. And we see how the Rangers head back to Ernie's Juice Bar, who welcomes them back. And of course, we kind of see how Bulk and Skull have a third member. And we kind of see how the team get to know each other. And we kind of see how Jason learns to his shock from Rocky that there's a new Green Ranger, much to his surprise. And we kind of see how Ernie asks them about about the sort of World Peace Conference, but we kind of see how Zack and Adam have to cover it up due to not Ernie knowing about them being Power Rangers. And we do see how, Zack mentions about all the world, different places he's been. And of course, we kind of see how Trini talks about her fears and that, and kind of talking about everything that they've done as the Omega Rangers, and wondering if they're really going to try to do the right thing or not. And we do kind of see how both Tommy and Trini have a massive argument over what's best, but you can tell both of them are in the right. Well, they can bring Little Dragon back with them, but we could also have Tommy and some of the others go with them as kind of leverage in case anything went wrong. And we do kind of see how Jason talks with Rocky, and we see Rocky talking about his issues about not being the leader of the team and not being the proper Red Ranger he's meant to be. And we do see how Jason understands that, Rocky isn't exactly the best Ranger on the team, but does give him some words of encouragement. And I like how here Rocky isn't a second-rate Jason clone. At least here he feels a little bit like Davis from Digimon, kind of the newcomer, being the sort of new guy to the team. And we do kind of see how Zack, Jason, and Trini decide to stay on the ship, and we kind of see how, they decide to kind of break Little Dragon out of prison. After Zordon sort of powers down and Alpha go on sleep mode, we see how the Omega Rangers go in and kind of try to break Little Dragon out without Zordon or Alpha knowing. So they mainly go in Mission Impossible style. They mainly hack into the security systems, and after basically getting through, they end up breaking out Little Dragon and helping him out. And of course, they point out if he does anything crooked or shady, they will basically take him out the first chance they get. And we kind of see how Zordon sees to his sadness and even to his dismay that, Zack, Trini, and Jason have released the most dangerous criminal out there. And we see how Alpha's got the backup, but we kind of see how Little Dragon takes out Alpha, much to Jason's anger, but they know that, Alpha's not too badly damaged, and Zordon's seen to his dismay what they've done. And we see how Jason points out they are going to try to do the right thing and prevent any more planets from being destroyed. And of course, Zordon being furious. And of course, we now see that the Omega Rangers have gained a sort of new backup, and we're going to see how, Trust and that is going to be destroyed. So I think issue 1 isn't too bad. I like the idea that, Zack, Trini, as well as Jason became Omega Rangers. It's an interesting take, and you can tell Boom Studio are just kind of doing something different with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I'm hoping one day we'll get a version of Zeo, because I always felt like Zeo did become a underdog in later years. So I think this issue still deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.